I bought 4 items from Aliexpress that cost me under £15, and they're 4 items which generally would have cost around £15 each online. I've got a laptop case, I've got some LED strip lights, a MagSafe wireless charger. Another order I ordered a bit before this which has arrived is my iPhone 12 Pro case with MagSafe. This case I've had for a bit of time and I've really got to grips with using it. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really high quality case and I will show you that later. But for now, the order of 3 items that I got on my choice for about £8 for all of these 3 items has just arrived. So let's get to unboxing, get the laptop out of the way and get the parcel in. It's all come together and actually it shipped relatively quickly. So let's have a little look inside the box. So I'm guessing that these are, wireless charging station. That's the wireless charging station there. They're going to be the LED strip lights which I ordered. And this is going to be the MacBook Air clear cover, which I really needed because my MacBook has been getting some minor scratches on it. So I'm going to fit this MacBook Air cover and talk about it, and then we're going to unbox these 2 items and talk about them. Okay, so with the case installed, there are a few things I would like to note. First of all, I think the design is very nice. It seems to clip on fairly well, stay on very well, and it's fairly transparent. It's got these rubber pads on the back as well, which is great, so when you do put it down, it is still protected. It's not just plastic on the worktop. There's a few comments I would like to make. First of all, it's great to have this protection and it's clipped on fairly well. But when you raise your MacBook lid and you lift at this point, when it's closed, you lift the MacBook lid up, you'll notice that with this case, the case almost lifts up. You can see here it separates from the metal. So it does feel like when you're lifting it, a little bit insecure, as though you're almost just grasping the plastic and the metal is separating away from it. So it doesn't feel the highest quality when you're lifting it up. However, protection cannot be overstated. So if you're protecting your MacBook, something small like when you lift the cover up is negligible. The other comment I would like to make is when you're holding your MacBook, it feels thicker. Obviously, it now has this plastic shell on the device and it feels cheaper. The MacBook is a lovely aluminium case. It feels premium and high quality. As soon as you add this cover, you see things like this, which make it feel cheap, this little gap when you open it. And also, it's a cheap plasticky feel. Reminds me of one of my old Windows laptops. Generally, though, it is exactly what was advertised. A computer case for my MacBook Air, and although it does feel a bit thicker and it does feel a little bit loose on some of these sides, it is clipped on and I'm sure it will offer up protection from minor scratches, and on these corners it sticks out a bit, so any minor drops. I would also like to say another thing I like is the fact that the ports are cut out very nicely. They are accurate and they do allow you to plug large ports in, so they have all been cut out nicely. The back is exposed. You can see the spine of the device is exposed, but that's okay. It's generally protecting against scratches on the front of the device and the back of the device. So if you're happy with a slightly less premium feel on your computer for protection, then this will be a great addition to your MacBook Air. Okay, now as for the LED strip lights, it doesn't actually say on here. Yes, it does. It says LED strip lights. These are about 1 meter, I believe, and they're just going to go around the back of my monitor. So they seem to come out, and they are a USB port on the end, which is great because some of them come with a weird plug. This is USB. So I'm going to fit these on the back of my computer. It doesn't look like there are many there for 1 meter, but I'm only going around the side of a monitor, so it should be okay, and it'll add some extra lights to my room. So let's get this set up, and I'll tell you what I think of them. The first comment I'd like to make, which I'm a bit confused about, is how I'm going to change the colours on these. I think they said they connected to an app via Bluetooth, unless I've ordered the wrong ones. I don't really know if these are just generic white ones, so let me just check my order out on my laptop and I'll let you know. Okay, so I have ordered the right ones. It's Bluetooth app control via this QR code, which I will have to blur out, but there is a QR code here, and I think I just scanned that and it will connect to the app. So let's get these plugged in and get it connected to an app, and then we'll see if they actually work. Apologies for video and audio quality change here. I've had to switch to another device so I can show you the LED strip lights and I can connect them to my own mobile device. So hopefully the audio and video is not too bad. So I'm just going to unwind the cable of these LED strip lights and I'm going to plug it into a USB-A port on a plug socket. So if I take this casing off, I'll plug this into a USB plug and hopefully they'll light up or show some signs of life. So if I just leave the lights here, you should see if they light up. I'm going to plug them into a plug socket nearby and they've lit up and they've gone through a few colors already, so that's good. It shows me they are working indeed. So now what I'm going to have to do, there is a very short cable. I will mention that the USB cable is quite short on this device, so I have to use an extension cable. I'm going to connect these devices to an application. It appears to me that I need to download this application to work with these LED strip lights, so I may have to download this to get this sorted, and I'll get back to you once that is downloaded and set up. In the meantime, however, we're going to look at the MagSafe wireless charger. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stay with my secondary filming device so I can show you my phone, which I normally use to film with, and the MagSafe case. So this MagSafe case cost me about £3 with shipping. It's got a nice MagSafe ring. It outlines the Apple logo very nicely. I haven't tested it with any MagSafe devices, so this wireless charger I purchased will be the first MagSafe test. It protects the phone very nicely. It's got a nice border around the front. It's got a raised lip even with a screen protector, so when I put it flat down, the case is protecting it. It has got a nice raised camera bump, and I would really recommend this case. The cutouts are of high quality, and I personally have really liked this case. It also seems to have that sort of Spigen air bubble feature where if you drop it, there's some air there so that it doesn't have impact on the actual phone. Generally, the buttons are clicky, although there is a little bit of movement on the volume button side. Generally though, I've got fairly used to this and it doesn't actually bother me in day-to-day life. The cutout for the ringer is something I would like to note because it's a very good size. You can actually get your finger in there, unlike my other case I used to have for this device. So apologies, as I say, for using my secondary camera, but let's get this MagSafe wireless charger unboxed and hopefully I'll be able to show you what it's like with my MagSafe case. Okay, so the first thing I've noted is a USB-C connector, so I'll have to make sure I've got a USB-C plug nearby, or maybe I'll plug it into my MacBook, which now has a nice case on it. So this is the MagSafe wireless charger. It actually feels quite light, but of premium quality with that nice metal strip surrounding it. It says on its output 30/15/10/7/5.5 watts, so I make the assumption that it varies depending on your device. The back of it looks extremely nice, so first of all we're going to see, does it magnetize to this? Yes, wow, I'm actually fairly impressed. This charger has magnetized fairly well. I'm shaking it, it's not coming off. So there's two comments to make here. First of all, the magnets on the case seem very strong as it pulls the MagSafe charger to it, and the magnets on the MagSafe charger itself are obviously working. So this is a double test here, the case and the MagSafe charger, and in this case both of these seem to be working. You can move the MagSafe charger around, so if you wanted to game with the charger on, you can do that. So I'm going to plug the charger into my MacBook. One comment I would say, yet again, fairly short lead. It'll be long enough for most people, but it isn't the longest, so it won't stretch from your desk all the way to a faraway plug socket. So I'm going to plug this into my MacBook. I think it will charge through that. If not, I can plug it into a plug socket and we're going to see. So I plugged it in to my MacBook. Should have power going through it. I'm going to put the device on it. Let me zoom in for you here. Put my phone on it. And it is charging, which is exactly what I wanted. This is great. It's a wireless charger. It's magnetic. I don't think, to be honest with you, it's an actual MagSafe one. It doesn't come up with the MagSafe logo when you're charging, but it does come up with the charging logo, and you can see your phone is getting power. So I'll let you know how well this charges when I have it plugged into an actual Apple outlet. But for now, I'm very impressed with the fact it is charging, and the magnet is very strong on the back of this device. Very good. Very happy so far. Just a quick editor's note here, sometimes the MagSafe animation does actually work on this charger. I plugged it into an Apple charging plug and it did end up working, although it seems to be a little bit temperamental. If you lift the phone off and then put it straight back down, it seems to just immediately show you the normal charging animation, but other times it does show you the MagSafe logo, so a bit inconsistent, but I did like the fact it actually showed the MagSafe animation in the first place. Okay, so with the app downloaded, I'm going to have to allow it to use Bluetooth, turn on my device, and oh, it may have found it. It's found the device already via Bluetooth, so it just connects via Bluetooth to the app. It's not via Wi-Fi, so I can put these LED strip lights around my monitor, and I'll let you know how it goes. The cable to connect the LED strip lights to the plug is extremely short, and I really struggled to get it to reach to my monitor. Okay, so with all the lights off in this room, there is a nice glow around the edge of the monitor, although you can see here in this corner where there was not enough strip lights to cover it, so it sort of doesn't create the glow all the way around, although it does have a nice effect. However, when I turn all my lights on in my room, Alexa all on, You'll see the LED strip lights around the monitor aren't very bright. On the left hand side of the monitor you can just see the little hue it's creating, and in this central part here. However, I do also have LED strip lights on my unit already, as you can see in the top right hand corner. So generally these LED strip lights that I bought just seem to add to the effect rather than create another bright statement piece. Quick editor's note, the app seems fairly good for the LED strip lights. You simply select the lights, and as long as it Bluetooth connects, you can then adapt the colour of the lights very easily, as it's doing now. You can change the brightness, you can change the set colours, and I think you can even change rhythm to music as long as you've got the microphone. You can also change the mode, so like the speed of the movement, I guess. But generally, no, I'm very impressed with this. You can change it to fit scenes, you can schedule. So yeah, the app is very good. For £1.61, the strip lights are worth it, despite the very small cable and the fact they're not a very long amount of strip lights. I'm not sure if it was exactly 1 meter, they claim to be, but the app is very impressive, so definitely make sure you get this app. It's the Lotus Lamp X application and it works fairly well. As for the other 3 items that I ordered, I have been very impressed with the MagSafe case for my iPhone. I think it protects it fairly well. I really like the design of it, and as we discovered with the MagSafe charger, it does have MagSafe that works very effectively. So this case is very good, and I'm very happy with my purchase on that part. As for the MagSafe wireless charger, I haven't quite worked out where I'm going to put it. I have tested it, as I mentioned earlier. It does magnetically connect to my iPhone and stay on fairly well, and it does charge it. So far I am quite impressed, although I'm not sure about the charging speed yet. I'll have to see as I use it. As for the laptop case, I have been using my laptop today to edit some videos, and actually I've sort of got used to the feel of the case. It feels less cheap, it just feels like a bit of protection. So I definitely would recommend it if you're getting any little scratches on your computer or you want to protect it from minor damage, then I would recommend it. It does fit fairly well, and I've been happy with the finish overall. The rubber pads are great, and generally considering the cost, I am very happy. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see another AliExpress video, I might consider this in the future, so leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.